Hello guys and welcome to our in-depth tutorial and review of Boldin, which is a leading retirement planning tool designed to help you visualize and manage your financial future. Over the next minutes, we will explore the key features of Boldin, demonstrate a real-world use case example, and provide feedback and an assessment basically on whether it's worth it or not. We're gonna begin by going to the Boldin's website, which is boldin.com. Okay, and after that, you're basically going to be asked to log into your account, okay, and to get started for free. Okay, it's important to notice that you're going to have a free plan and you can basically upgrade to Planner Plus at any time if you want to enjoy the most advanced features. Once you click on this button here, you're going to be asked to take a quick questionnaire that can be either a quick questionnaire or a comprehensive questionnaire, and that's going to take between 2 and 10 minutes depending on what you choose. I recommend actually that you try the quick questionnaire, okay, because later you can modify every piece of information to make it more comprehensive and to make it more detailed, all right? So after you complete that questionnaire, take some time and you're gonna be in here, in this main dashboard. As you can see in the left panel, we have our overview, which includes basically our accounts, our incomes, the expenses, the reports, the debts, so on, so on, so on. Something that I forgot to mention is that you can actually try Planner Plus for 14 days completely for free, okay, which is nice. So you can access all of the most advanced features. Once you create your plan, in the overview, you can see different metrics and different graphs, such as your current network, okay, that you can access here. And you can see basically the different split between your assets and your debt, okay, and in general, you can just access to different pie charts. All right. Similarly, and I find that this is very crucial, you have your projected net worth, okay, year by year. So basically, you're going to have your savings, your real estate, your other assets and debt. Those are the inputs that you have, inputted into your retirement plan. But yeah, also it's very important to notice that you can modify any setting on any data that you might have by going to your summary section. And you can basically come to your profile and goals and your accounts and assets, okay? And you can click on this button here and you can start editing data that you might want to edit, such as your objectives, your basic info, so on, so on, so on. You can also, of course, modify your savings accounts, okay? These are going to change over time, so you can update them regularly. You can also update your debts, your income, in case that there is a change, so on and so on. In general, Boldin offers you a lot of options in order for you to actually keep updating your money sources as well as your debt and your income regularly, okay, and different filters that you can use. For example, if you go to the rate assumptions tab, you can modify basically the inflation that you want to assume in order for Boldin to make these graphs, okay, which is very important, right? Like I said before, when you have your Planner Plus, you can have different profiles inside of Boldin. You can have up to 10 profiles. So if you go to the search bar in here, you can choose to go to the scenario manager and you can add a new scenario, meaning a new profile in case that some of the details are not so clear and maybe you want to change them and you want to compare how it's going to look, okay? So if you basically click on add new scenario, and when you give this name, let's say Alex scenario, okay, you're gonna have to import your data first of all from your retirement plan, but you can change this later, okay? So let's click on create new scenario. Great. And you can change between scenarios from here, basically, okay, from your retirement plan to your Alex scenario, okay? And once you are in your X scenario, you can just come to your, like I said before, to your settings in here, and you can change the different things that you want to consider, okay, in order for the charts to be updated, okay, so you can compare them better. All right, you can even use this tool, which is called compare scenarios, okay, once you have a difference, and that's gonna allow you to see different steps in comparison, all right? Actually, if you access your scenario manager and you click on this button here, you can click on summary of changes or forecast comparison. Both of these are gonna work. And you can compare scenarios using AI, and AI is gonna tell you what the differences are and basically which is better. Now let's talk a little bit about how the simulations work in Boldin. Okay, Boldin uses some Monte Carlo analysis, and this Monte Carlo analysis runs over 1,000 simulations to assess the probability of your retirement plan success under different market conditions. Okay, so if you come to your overview and you click on retirement chance of success and you click in here, you're gonna see this little graph in here. Okay, which is nice. And what this is going to do basically, this is going to show you two different metrics. This is going to show you basically your poor outcome, which is the one, on the bottom, and that's going to be basically how likely is for you to have at least, this amount of money. Okay, so as you can see here, there is a 90% chance of having at least $2.2 million. Okay, so at the very least, we're almost guaranteed to have this amount of money. And actually, you also have the projected savings, which is the graph on the top. That's going to be the estimate of Monte Carlo simulations, okay, of what you're going to have basically, okay? So this is going to tell you the chance, the probability overall of funding your retirement, okay, which is nice. Additionally, the digital coach is going to offer basically personalized suggestions, okay, to optimize your plan, ensuring you stay on track to meet your retirement goals. You can just click on the to-do list in here, and that's going to remind you on the next step that you must take, okay, to kind of help Boldin make a better job, such as select a savings account for excess income, include all of the medical expenses, and so on and so on. So to summarize, let's consider the advantages and potential drawbacks of Boldin. The pros, in my opinion, is that you have comprehensive finance and planning features. You have a lot of stats, okay? You also have interactive scenario planning capabilities where you can modify all of the different settings and compare them. You have detailed reporting and analytic tools, and you have personalized guidance to the personal coach, okay, that you can see here, all right? It's also important to notice on relation to this that you can book a free discovery session with a person actually, okay, and that is going to guide you through and basically tell you what the best advice is in order to manage your finances. Now, the cons, in my opinion, is that in order to access all of the advanced features, you require a paid subscription. The initial setup may be time consuming. It can take up to 15 minutes. And you actually do not have any well management service offer. Okay, this is more like, a collection of charts, a collection of graphs, but you don't have any actual way of, manage them, okay, which is not so good. I think that this is a tool that you can try, for 14 days and see if it works for you. In general, I think that it needs some more capabilities in terms of management in order to be worth the price, but that's just my opinion, okay? Thank you so much, guys.